Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, we're gonna walk from Quinway Walking Street to Turtle Lake. Supposedly it's redone. So let's go walk over there and check it out and see if it is. Figured we would do a 4K walking tour on the way over there on the good camera. We're gonna talk about different things as we do walk over there. Before this video starts though, if you do like the content you're seeing, please do this. Alright, so yeah, somebody told me in a live stream that Turtle Lake was redone. I don't know, we'll see. Makes a good walking tour anyway, so I don't have a problem with walking over to that area. It's good exercise too. I am going to do a TRT update video today as well. So we'll do that after this one. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 360 VR camera. And people that watch it and then comment like blurry and stuff like that, which it is blurry. So I do understand that it is blurry, but that is the limitations of the 360 camera I have, the particular one I have. So there's not a whole lot I can really do about it. I think there could be, if I could get a higher quality 360 camera, I think that thing could do very well in circumstances like, you know, that Nguyen rave party they had for Independence Day. If I had a proper, you know, higher quality 360 camera, that would have looked awesome. And it's meant to be watched with a VR headset, so like, it's not going to be that cool. It's going to look like shit on a laptop or a TV, for one. I mean, it's not watchable on a TV, nor a laptop, because the screen's too big. If you do put a headset on though, like the one that looks the best is the Heidi Lau Hotpot, and that's because that camera cannot do outdoor. It sucks at outdoor during the day even. I mean, you know, if I edit the video out of the 360 and just do stitching and pick the angle every like minute and keep a good angle, it looks pretty good. But once you start, you know, trying to export it as a full 360 video, it's just, it looks all right in the software, and then when it gets exported, it just doesn't look as good. And I've tried every single setting under the radar. You know, I'm exporting at the highest possible settings in the highest quality format, and that's still what I'm left with. So yeah, if it takes off and people like it, I'll eventually get the 1-inch, and we'll do a lot of stuff on the 1-inch. Because they have a new, much higher quality 1-inch 360 lens that fits onto that RS that looks like 100 times better. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. There's the Rex Hotel. A lot of people stay here. It's an old hotel. It's just positioned well. Don't be expecting something really nice though. I mean, it's as nice as it can be for an old hotel. So the room's going to look old and dated. But it is going to have all the modern stuff and be very clean and have good customer service and stuff like that. But don't think you're getting like an actual 5-star hotel room. You have to understand, like the 5-star, 4-star, the star system in Vietnam is totally not even close to like a real star system. I don't know who puts the stars on there. Probably the hotel does, or they pay off some dude to give it a 5-star. But a lot of 5-stars I've stayed in aren't 5-stars. It's very rare to actually get a real deal 5-star for under $200 a night in Vietnam. So don't be fooled. I'm here to help you, give you those tips. And if you're going to be traveling here and you're just vacationing for a month and you're moving all around, you don't need to waste a bunch of money on a fancy hotel room. That's in my opinion anyways, because you're not going to be there that much. You know, right now you might, because we're in the rainy season all the way up until the end of the year pretty much. And it's been a particularly wet rainy season. I don't know if it's wetter than other years, but this is my 3rd year here. In the first year, it didn't rain that much. If it rained during the day, it rained for like 20 minutes. And that was not a big deal. You could just park at a coffee shop and go. This year, it's been raining for like hours at a time, almost every day. So it poses a bit of a challenge to make videos as well for my schedule. So I'm starting to have to adjust my schedule of filming videos and when to film it, when I'm going to do it, what I'm going to do when I wake up. And we'll talk about it in the TRT update too. You know, my schedule's changing because I've got a crazy high metabolism now. We'll talk about all that stuff in the TRT video. But yeah, it's definitely affecting my film window schedule because I film at like a certain window, and now I can't go film at that window because it's usually raining, and that window is right now, so it could rain at any time now, which would suck, but it is what it is. Cops are really out right now. They're handing out tickets left and right. So if you are here and you're going to be driving around, they're pulling people over en masse. I've seen it over the past few days. Again, if you don't want to get pulled over, just drive not like a Vietnamese. Just drive slow, regular, don't blow lights. You know, don't drive on the sidewalk, don't drive like a madman. And you're going to have a pretty good time, in my opinion. Mercedes. I've explained this before, but almost all that luxury car segment market is purchased by a company, and then they hire a driver, and then that driver drives that person around from that company, if that makes sense. So it's more so businesses or hotels and stuff are buying those, writing them off as a company expense, because they, let's be real, they cost 2 to 3 times more than they do, you know, in America. So it's usually not individual guys that go out and buy an expensive car. It's, unless it's like, you know, a crazy Lambo or something, and those guys got, you know, they're on the top 1%. So they probably got like, you know, hundreds of millions of US dollars. So for them to waste money on a car like that and to show the status, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It's a little hot today. I forgot my neck fan. I didn't forget it. I just forgot to charge it. It takes like 8 hours to charge. Fantastic neck fan, but it takes a while to charge, so no big deal. We'll keep it on foot. Yeah, we can combine in the next thing. We're gonna make this a couple part video, like a couple different topics. The next segment I want to talk about is where are the tourists? Are the tourists finally here? And I can say, yeah, I just met a guy and his family as I parked on Nguyen. I heard Xin Chao, and the dude was stoked to meet me. He's like, oh man, I watch all your videos. I was like, thanks dude, I appreciate it. We chatted for a little bit, but he's on vacation. He sounded American or Canadian. His whole family had the mask on. I'm like, you guys don't really have to wear a mask if you don't want to. Like, but anyways, back to the topic at hand. And shout out to the dude if you're watching this video. It was lovely to meet you and your family. I hope you guys have a great vacation here in Vietnam. And I hope it lives up to everything you hope it lives up to be. As long as you don't set your expectations crazy high, you'll be good to go. So yeah, the tourists are starting to return. If you go to Bui Vien now, you can see a bunch. If you go to Nguyen Way on the weekend and stuff, or at night, you can see a bunch. I mean, heck, I just saw, you know, the guy I met who's a tourist. So this is Vincom Center, fantastic mall. Walk down this way. Take a look at the cathedral. So the tourists are coming back, but you know, I think they're failing to segment very hard by sticking with this 30-day e-visa thing. It's kind of getting a little old. You know, people are already getting tired of doing the visa run. I got a couple dudes I know that are on their like 6th and 7th, and they're like, I don't know, man, I don't really want to do this anymore. Because it does get to be a bit draining. You know what should happen, and why I don't know why they don't do this, is just copy Thailand. How hard is it to copy Thailand's shit? Just do a fucking retirement visa for dudes over 55, and then do some kind of purchase one, like they have for that elite thing that's like 20 racks. Of course, 20 racks is a pretty steep price point. I don't know the logistics of that. There was one guy in the Discord that got that, but he's been MIA for 6 months now. But yeah, they need to come around and do visa on arrival and a bunch of other shit. I think the thing that's hurting it, and people are all like, oh, we need the longer visa. I don't think that's what's hurting it. I think the no visa on arrival is a deal killer. You know, You can't sporadically plan a vacation anywhere for like anyone that lives around this country and other countries, because they have to worry about getting that e-visa, and that e-visa is taking up to like 2 weeks to get sometimes now. So the sporadic vacationers that live in Southeast Asia aren't choosing here because it can't be really sporadic. It has to be pretty well planned out. They've been writing articles like with a fever pitch, like a literal fever pitch, on VN Express. Like, it's insane. We're talking like an article a day is about visas and people crying about them, which is understandable. I know there's a lot of people that want to come here for the longer term, and I still am a firm believer we're going to see that visa system return. There's so many naysayers on there, like YouTubers that are trying to get clicks off of being like, Vietnam, hello, hello, that Vietnam sucks, they're never coming back, or it's shit, they're never going to change it, they love it this way, they want it this way. I don't really think it's the case. You have to understand how the government runs here, you know? It's a couple dudes signing off on shit, and then that's the way they look at it. So I don't think that's the consensus of Vietnamese. So, you know, here's where the old McDonald's is. I'm choosing this area so you can see some tourist spots if there's any touristos out. The little camera guys are still here. There has not been an explosion in tourism still yet in Saigon. It's the most I've seen this past month, but I got friends in Hanoi, and just like I hear there, I'm getting lots of reports, you know, everyone's going to Hanoi first, which makes sense. I like Hanoi. There's a lot of cool stuff to do there, and then you can jump off to Hai Long, and you can jump off to Sapa, and you can go to Da Nang, you can go, you know, there's a lot of stuff as you get north that's very desirable comparative to just like Saigon and what, Phu Quoc, Vung Tau, and Mekong. I think people are picking like where the coolest stuff is, you know. I think you're insane not to have Sapa on your list of places to go. I absolutely love Sapa. It's one of my #1 destinations. Sapa and Hansan Island, they bang. So I was supposed to be going to Thailand in a couple weeks. That trip's going to get pushed back. I haven't done any live streams to raise funds for that. We will, but that trip's going to get pushed. We've already successfully fulfilled all the other trips that were paid for by live streams, which was Singapore and Da Nang. So thank you guys. And we overspent in Singapore, but there's some videos in Singapore that are doing tremendous. I think one's almost a 25,000 view, another one's almost a 20,000 views. So it's working. The world traveling thing is working. So like I said, there's an issue here, so I've got to stay here for a month or two. Here's Book Street. Not very packed as usual. This was more of a weekend spot than it is a weekday spot. It's pretty crowded on Sundays. They'll come here and have coffee, the girls, and take photos and stuff like that. It's definitely going to rain. How long are we going to get away with filming though before it does rain? We got some skateboarders. Ride or die, bros. Skate life. Not too much further of a walk for Turtle Lake. Yeah, this is the quickest jump over to District 3 is going to this Turtle Lake. I do not like this mall. Absolutely terrible mall. I guess if you're in the high-end stuff, I've never been treated so rude my entire life. I got like attacked there for even having a camera. When like there's hundreds of camera videos here. It's because I'm tall and white. If I was holding the X3000, those dudes wouldn't notice. If you watch the mall video, the which one was it? The Artella, the one in District 2 I just did, they tried to get me to stop filming there. And now I know, like, if it's not marked on the doors, if there isn't like clear markings, so I had to actually have like a conversation. And then I'm like, go get the main guy of security in charge. And they get the main guy, and I'm like, why was your little dude, and he called me an animal. Like, I should have put the full footage on there. The guy that originally stopped me when I told him no started talking shit about me in Viet to the other security guy. And I know enough words to know when you're talking shit. So I got a little pissed. I was like, let me talk to your boss, dude. I'm like, I don't like the way you're handling this. You're being extremely rude, and you just called me names. And that's exactly what I said to his boss. I go, look, dude, there is not one sign here that says you can't film. Some of the stores have a no film sign. That's a different thing, but your mall is filmable. And then I pulled out my phone and I showed him 150 other YouTube videos at that mall. And I'm like, see? And this guy was all right. He was like, all right, I get it. You can film. Keep going. But I mean, it's just kind of some stuff you run into on occasion. You know, and that's happened to me before at other places. This place does have a do not film sign, so I had to leave when they caught me. And I didn't say a word. I was just like, yeah, you do got the sign. So, like, it's just about abiding by signs, you know? Like Circle K, some of the Circle Ks have a no filming sign. Some of the 7-Elevens have a no filming sign. It all kind of just depends on the place. I still haven't eaten this banh mi. I'm pretty much on a fucking 0 carb diet. Besides for when I have beer on the weekend and my cheat meal, I'm on like literally 20 grams of carbs a day. Whatever's in whatever drinks I drink. Because I'm literally just eating meat, and I'm getting some carbs from vegetables, but like nothing crazy. Pretty much what I've been eating now, you know, we were on that salmon kick for a while, and I'm going to re-bring back salmon this week, is I was making Heidi Lau at home. So I've just been having like, and getting the leaner cuts of beef that don't have too much fat on them. So that's what I ate for like the past 2 weeks, Monday through Friday. And it's easy, man. You set the hot pot in the, oh, they got some kind of book thing coming up here. That's pretty cool. Let's just take a look real quick. Nope, some Aliyah girls. Driving a 320i. Kind of the brokey BMW, but that's okay. That's some kind of book fair. Let's take a quick peek at it. It's kind of the cool thing about walking around in this area, and why I continuously do, is there's always new stuff popping up like this. Always something to see. So this is the youth center. It's kind of like a YMCA combined with educational stuff. So yeah, book sale. I don't know if they're putting stuff out. So it must start today, is my guess. What kind of books though? Let's take a look. Let's get in here and take a look. We're talking fiction, non-fiction, learning. Oh, here's The Hobbit. So they're probably pumping out The Hobbit because the Amazon show's out. So yeah, books for reading. I've never read The Hobbit. I do like the Amazon show though. People are shitting on it because they've read, of course, read the books. You know, I read The Boys, and I think The Boys has done a fantastic job of taking a concept and making it something. I was a huge fan. I had read Walking Dead before Walking Dead came out too, the animated graphic novel. The graphic novel, I mean. And that did a terrible job. It did so well like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and then it just went so off course. I know they couldn't follow it because it caught up to the book, and then they had to make shit up, but they just went in a totally crazy direction. They dragged that shit on too long. Is that stupid show still on? Me personally, can't stand The Walking Dead. I dropped out after like season 3 or 4. There's another series that they're supposedly going to pick up. HBO has been trying to shop it. You know, there's this really, really, really good book series called The Remaining by DJ Moles. DJMOLES. And it's called The Remaining. Absolutely phenomenal series. So it's kind of like a zombie type, Walking Dead type deal, but set up way different and way cooler. Like, and it would make, if they just followed the basic premise of it, and a big network got it, like HBO or Amazon or Netflix, and threw a bunch of money at it and didn't cheap out and do eight episodes a season and do the proper 12 or 14 to tell a story, to give background to characters and stuff, it would make phenomenal TV. I'm talking like phenomenal. I'm not going to give away too much of the plot, but it's pretty much like a zombie type deal, and each state has like a dude that was a Marine or a SEAL in charge of like an underground bunker and like a plan to try to save that state. So, and you follow around one of those guys, Captain Lee Harding. It's a really, really good read. If you like that kind of stuff, I couldn't recommend it more. If you're anything like me, you'll read through them real quick. Okay, I see they're redoing this. So we're at Turtle Lake, and they're right. The sidewalk's getting redone. Sidewalk's already done over here. It's fucking gonna rain. Joy. Do my rain. Let's see here. So let's try to get this in before we get rained out on. I've got 5 minutes or less before it rains. You can tell it's very evident when it's going to rain pretty much anywhere around the world, I would suppose. But in Saigon, since it's so hot, it drops like 15 degrees out of nowhere, talking Fahrenheit. And then the winds come in. And once those winds kick in, that's when you know. The temperature change and the winds. So, I mean, right now we're fighting imminent rain. I'm lucky that we found this window to go walk. And this has actually been a fantastic walking tour. You know, I don't really plan these ahead of time in any kind of way. There's not much content I plan besides like informal stuff. And even that, I just write down an idea. And I don't like sit down with a pad and paper and write stuff out. I could give that a try and we could see what that's like. Oh yeah, the whole sidewalks are redone. Yeah, whoever said that this is redone, there's some truth to that. Now, did they actually redo some of Turtle Lake? So if you want to see Turtle Lake when it's popping, you want to come here on the weekend or at night. This place is surrounded with like high schoolers to college student level, drinking coffee, hanging out with their friends. It's almost like another Nguyen, just smaller, more dense, and to the middle. And as you can see, there's, I don't know, 50 coffee spots in this one circle. So I mean, yeah, it's a study place. Yeah, all this is redone. So the sidewalks look great. I don't remember what they looked like last time. I'll link the Turtle Lake walk. We just pretty much did the same walk I did 5 months ago. So I'll link that to the end of the video. So if you stick through to the end of the video, which I hope you are, that'll be the video that comes up as a suggested for you video. If I remember to do that, which I probably will, because I'm pretty good about that now. So it doesn't look like Turtle Lake has been affected too much. It looks like they're getting all the sidewalks in order, cleaning up the area, which is nice. What they need to do for the sidewalk is lose this whole brick system. It just doesn't work. But I know you're like, yeah, just lay concrete. But for one, you can't lay all that concrete because they already have flooding issues. And two, the bricks serve a purpose. They serve a purpose of, I'll explain to you. They serve a purpose of lines being run. So a lot of the lines are run down there. They still got this closed up here, huh? We'll take a walk up here anyways. So there's like, you know, internet lines running down there, power lines, if I remember right, and then there's sewage stuff down there. So they use that brick system because it's often pretty easy to just uplift those bricks, get at what you need to service, and then put the bricks back. And with concrete, as you know, you'd have to bust it up. And then I guess all the concrete leads to flooding. So more concrete wouldn't be the solution. Oh yeah, all the sidewalks new. You can see where it's new. Well, they put some flowers down here. I don't remember those. This is still closed for some unknown reason. I don't know why. It's kind of odd that it's closed. It's really nice up here. You get a really cool view. You could get, if you had one of those real nice high-end cameras with a big lens, you get some pretty cool shots here of like rush hour traffic and stuff like this. This Fin Deli is popped up everywhere. We talked about it last time. I think they're part of Novi Group. I'm part of Novi Group, the F&B section. So if you ever see a Novi Land with F&B, Fat and Broke, yeah, that's me. Okay, let's keep going. So, the flowers look nice. Okay, I see. It's like, to whoever said it, I know you're probably going to watch this video. It's not really redone. It does look nice that the sidewalks are better around it, and they added some flowers, but it could definitely use a power washing or two. Like a deeper cleaning than what they usually do. Oh, I'm in the way of the picture. It's in the way. Okay. See, like here, the kids that are like chilling here, drinking coffee and stuff. Or the younger crowd. Shouldn't say kids. People are much older than what they look here, too. I'll think they're always in high school and they're in like college, their last year of college. Let's see here. So I think we talked about all the topics I want to talk about. We're going to do one circle lap and then I'm going to walk back. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I'm kind of playing with the devil right now on this raining. We got through this video and I thought it was a pretty good video. And if you did like this video, subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome. Hit the like button and leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, you can leave a dislike button, unsubscribe if you didn't like it, and you can even leave a negative comment. Whatever makes you happy, man or gal. Either way, it's all Gucci with me. Starting to rain. Starting to Bill Baggins. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.